going on, everybody? It's Royjo coming at you with a brand new video, and today, tomorrow, yesterday, I don't know, depending on when this video goes up and depending on, I guess, where you are, we finally got the Twilight Masquerade set physically in the Pokemon TCG, and I have never been more excited for the game. This set is so absurdly great with just everything that it brings, between the new A specs, some of the archetypes coming out, and finally dethroning Charizard as the best deck, which could be good or bad depending on how you see it, considering this deck is a lot scarier. But there are also just so many random single cards in here that are just so good for the game and for just about every deck to play. You've got your new single cards such as Blood Moon Ursaluna EX, which kind of just replaces Radiant Charizard in a lot of decks, and lets a lot of decks that are already playing like Greninja instead, for example, actually have a card kind of like Radiant Charizard, which is so good at closing out late games. You have all of your strong A specs like Unfair Stamp, which is kind of just Roxanne on steroids because it's searchable by Arven, and then you have things like Legacy Energy, which is going to make Lugia a lot stronger than it was before. And then you of course have your new archetypes coming out, such as the Greninja EX Fighting Terra, and the new Frostlass cards coming out as well. Those work amazingly together against a lot of the top strategies. And then you have other things such as the Ogerpon Turbo deck, which is starting to see a lot of niche success here and there. And of course the brand new Tyrant Dragapult EX, absolutely taking over the meta over in Japan and already on the TCG Live ladder after just a couple of days of it being out. Not even 2 actually as of this being recorded. But this set just kind of has it all, and I am so excited. I got myself an Elite Trainer box. I got another one on the way that I'll be able to open tonight. I just won't be doing it on video. And before we open it up though, I want to kind of showcase the box a little bit because it is an ETB, so it has a bunch of cool little things on and in it. So we have the front with the Teal Mask Ogerpon here. Really great artwork right here. I actually finished the Teal Mask DLC last night in preparation for this. And then we have the back right here, which I'll probably end up flipping in editing, but it says, "A festival of mischief and mystery. Welcome to the land of Kitakami, where people and Pokemon live harmoniously with nature. Folktales abound, but not all is as it seems. Uncover the mystery of the mass legendary Pokemon Ogerpon, appearing as 4 fearsome types of Terra Pokemon EX, and team up with more newly discovered Pokemon like Blood Moon Ursaluna EX and Sinistcha EX. Growing in power, Greninja, Dragapult, and Magcargo dazzle as Terra Pokemon EX, and more A-Spec cards round out the festivities in the Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet Twilight Masquerade expansion." And then we have a picture of the Teal Mask Ogerpon promo here. But yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and crack this thing open. Alright, we got it nice and open now. Hopefully there's no glare or anything on it anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and slide this out. Comes with the player's guide as always. Really pretty player's guide, not going to lie. I'm going to put this to the side. I like to collect them, even though I don't really use them at all. And then it comes with the box, of course. Before we go into the box, though, I want to see what cool artwork is on this cover, because I actually hang these on my wall. Alright, so this is the cover. I'm going to kind of like, yeah, you can see that's a lot of glue, but it's got the Dragapult EX, the Sinistcha EX, the Blood Moon Ursaluna, and then it has an Ogerpon at the top, of course. I believe all of these are the cards that you could have pulled from the Build in Battle set. Speaking of which, if you want to check it out, I do have a Build in Battle pre-release like versus video up on my channel. I'll put it in the link in the annotation on the top right. My friend and I cracked open a box each, and we played out a match. It was really fun. Let's go ahead and slide this open. We got the big divider here. This is actually a really cool looking divider. I really like that. I'll set that to the side. We have, of course, the poison and burn counters that literally nobody ever uses. And then we have the dice, and I really like the, try to focus it a little bit, but I like the kind of sparkle that the die has, the big one, and then I like the coloring on these ones. I think I have one similar to that, though. Like, they've already kind of reused that exact color combination. And then we have the dividers here. Really pretty dividers. Everything about this set is just super pretty because like the Ogerpon artwork just goes insanely hard. I'm going to be obscuring every code card, by the way. I unfortunately do need to keep them for an event that I am planning. I'm going to be handing them out as prizes, so no free code cards like some other YouTubers do. But then we have this gorgeous Ogerpon promo. Super, super pretty. It's the Teal Mask Ogerpon. That'll go in my promo collection. I collect a lot of things. And then we have these sleeves as well. These are also really, really cool. I just wish they were a little higher quality, like the Iono ones, because they kind of just fall apart. And then we have, you know, like the energy and stuff. So now I have like 8 billion energy. And then, of course, it comes with 9 packs, which will be the center point of the video. So in terms of what I'm actually looking for from the set, just like everyone and their grandma, I am looking for the Blood Moon Ursaluna EX. I'm looking for an unfair stamp for my Gardevoir deck. I'm going to be trying regular Gardevoir as well as Gardevoir. And then just for like personal stuff, like my personal binder, I want the special illustration rare Lana's Aid. My friend actually pulled the, got a black border, so it's not going to be good. He actually got the full art for me, which was really, really cool. So now all I need is the special illustration rare, and I will be good. But let's go ahead. I think that's the card trick. But we got, kind of do a little bit like this, maybe zoom in a little more. We got Ducklet, Emolga, Hisuian Growlithe, Monferno. Those are one of the things that you can get in the pre-release structures. Ambipom, Bug Catching Set, good in the Ogerpon deck. The one that was just playing the grass one in like 35 energy. Aggron, a Reverse Foil Heliolisk, Seaking, a basic Dark Energy, and then a Teal Mask Ogerpon. This is the non-promo, or non-full art special illustration art rare, whatever, of the promo. Alright, 1 pack down, not too crazy, not too crazy. Next pack up also starts with a Ducklet, and an Emolga, and a Hisuian Growlithe, and a Monferno. Okay, that was really scary. That was almost exactly the same for the first bit. But then we got the Ogre's Mask, which allows you to swap out your Ogerpons, I believe, which is cool. We have a Sunflora. The Enhanced Hammer, this is really cool against Lugia, I believe. Really, really important for that Legacy Energy Ace spec, which is really scary. We have Lairon, an Art Rare Sunflora, of all things. Kind of let it get in the focus. That's pretty cool, even though Sunflora sucks. And then we have a Water Energy and an Alakazam. So far, again, nothing really too crazy. That art rare is like the best thing that we've pulled, which isn't amazing. Let's go ahead and get to the next pack. Okay, it doesn't start the exact same as the last one, thankfully. We've got a Nose Pass. We've got a Jinx. A Floette. This deck was really fun to play in the pre-release, the Florges deck. Sunflora. Clefable. Cook, which heals 70 from your active. It's not awful, honestly, but you'd probably rather just bounce it with like Turos or something. We have the Zero to Hero Palafin. My friend was coping on this so hard. I really think it's bad. I think the Palafin EX is so bad. Then we have a Reverse Foil Chansey, a Reverse Foil Torkoal, a Fire Energy, and a Heatran. Honestly, I don't even know like half of these cards are in the set because everyone only focuses on the good cards. Moving on to pack number 4. This one starts with a Nose Pass, and a Jinx, and a Floette, and a Sunflora. No way. 2 times have 2 packs back-to-back started with the exact same 4 cards. What kind of luck is that? But then we have Glalie. This was also really fun to play in the pre-release build and battle. We have Kilowattrel. We've got the new Brute Bonnet. This card is really, really good, and I accidentally teased myself. Like, we got an ace spec in here. I'm actually really excited. It better be Stamp. But this Brute Bonnet's actually really, really good. So with the Poison Spray, it poisons your opponent's active, which isn't like a huge deal. The regular Brute Bonnet does it easier. But with its 3 dark attack, it does 50 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active. So you can do a lot of damage to your opponent's active, especially with just like even a single poison turn. That's already going to be 100 damage, not to mention any others that you do with things like, you know, Monkey Dory, which you could already play because you're playing the dark energy and stuff. So there is a lot that you can do there. And it looks like our ace spec is Secret Box. So this is the one I believe everybody was hyping for a little bit. It allows you to discard 3 other cards to search your deck for an item, a Pokemon tool, a supporter, and a stadium. And that sounds kind of nuts, but on the other hand, that's 4 cards out of your hand just to get, like, these specific things, which you might not even have all of them in your deck. So really, there's no real reason to use this over one of the other really good ace specs, and the effect kind of just gets trumped by other resets like Research, Iono, etc. And then, oh wow, that actually wasn't even the rest of the box, not the box with the pack, but we have a Reverse Foil Floette, an electric energy, and then we have a hollow monkey dory. That's really cool, actually. I can play this over my common that I got from the build and battle. So I'll go ahead and set this to the side. I probably won't sleeve them just yet. But that is a pretty cool card to pull. I kind of wish it was one of the better ace specs, though, like the Legacy Energy or, of course, the Unfair Stamp. Technically, we could still get another ace spec. I don't know. I find it hard to believe that would happen, but that could be pretty cool if it did. Starting off our next pack is Abra. Then we have Skarmory. We have Applin. This evolves, I believe, into the Festival Lead Diplin, which a lot of people really like the Festival deck. We have a Lairon. We have a Tatsugiri. This card is actually really, really good in a lot of decks, especially Lost Box variants, also being played in the Dragapult decks. Being able to basically just Pokegear every single turn while it's in your active, and then you can just equip it with something like a rescue board to get it out of there. Or if you lose a Pokemon, you can just put it to the front and then start getting extra backup. Speaking of the Festival Lead Diplin, right here, it's not like super amazing, but I think it is pretty neat. I think the deck's fun. Jamming Tower. Oh, this is the card that's going to make my life a living hell as a Gardevoir player. Just negates every single tool attached to every Pokemon. So it basically acts like a Path to the Peak, but just for tools, not for the Pokemon themselves. And that can end up taking a free knockout if they play it while I already have a Drifloon live, so that's unfortunate. Also, I don't think I did the card trick for this pack, so that's a little unfortunate. We have a Trevenant. Big fan of Trevenant, really like it. We have an Aeron. And then we have a Screamtail EX. Let's go ahead and get rid of the Psychic Energy, by the way, but this card is so disappointing. This is, like, easily the worst of the Screamtail cards. It's just not good. It's really just not good. But at least we pulled an EX, guys. We got 4 packs left. I'm hoping we can get something really, really cracked. Or at least something I want. Be it the Special Illustration Rare, the Blood Moon Ursaluna, or the Unfair Stamp. Starting off, we have an Abra. Oh my god, there's no way that all of my packs are going to start with the same few every few packs. And then a Skarmory, then an Applin. Okay, and then a Snorunt. Again, part of the Glalie and the Frostlass and stuff. This was really, really fun to play. And then we have the Community Center. It works like the Caretaker card that nobody plays. The new Iron Bundle. I know some people were talking about this card in Shinpao or something, but I just really don't think it's great. The other Iron Bundle is just so much better. And then we have Probopass. We have a Reverse Foil Lucky Helmet. I forgot what this one did. The Pokemon this card's attached to is in the active spot and is damaged. Draw 2 cards out. Not really amazing. Then we have Glaceon, one of my favorite evolutions, probably my second favorite. We have a Steel Energy and an Infernape. This was another one of the decks that you could play, and that was what my friend ended up playing in our video. Playing that build and battle match out made me really realize how much fun it is when both of you are playing on like an even playing field in terms of deck quality, and also it's just really, really fun to just play those kind of bad decks. And it's also kind of cool to see the randomization that you can get, because you can get like 4 different combinations, I think, because there's 4 different decks and you get 2 of them each. So it's really, really cool. Starting off our next pack, though, we have another Snorunt. We have a Chimchar, so now we have the full line. We have a Pinsir, followed by a Fione. Regular Glaceon, not a foil. A Sandslash. Another Iron Bundle. We have the regular Sinistcha. I think this one's actually not awful. We have the Slugma. This evolves into that new Magcargo EX. And a Hisuian Arcanine. I had to quickly cut the video there because I accidentally put the code card into the pack. We got 2 more packs left, 2 more chances to pull the nuts here. Okay, so finally, it doesn't start off exactly the same as the last one. So we have a Lairon, we have a Chimchar, we have a Pinsir, we have a Fione, a Love Ball, which searches for a Pokemon with the same name as one of your opponents in play. That's kind of funny. We have a Scolipede. I think this deck's actually pretty neat. Put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. So you combine this with a Poison, like with a Brute Bonnet or something, and you can just instant knock out anything your opponent puts in the active, which is kind of nuts. Then we have Bellibolt, another Scolipede. This is a reverse foil. Then we have an Okidogi. This card, it was funny. In the build and battle, we both ended up starting with this as our active. It's really funny. I don't think it's as good as Monkey Dory, but I think it has its place in certain decks. Then we have a Dark Energy, And we have a full art Perrin. Not sure how much this is or if it's even good. Reveal up to 2 Pokemon in your hand, put them in your deck. If you do, search for up to that many Pokemon from your deck and put them in your hand. Not an awful pull, I'm pretty sure. I think it's probably worth something because she's a pretty popular character from the DLC. But that is a pretty neat card to pull. Not something I wanted, but it works. Alright, everybody, we're on to our last pack here. We are hoping and praying that it's something really, really cracked. So starting off, we have a Girder, we have a Venipede to go into that Scolipede line. If we can get a Whirlipede from this pack, that'd be cool. We have an Aron, a Sandshrew, we have Lucian, which is pretty funny. It's kind of like a weirder version of Iono or N. Then we have Darmanitan, we have Carmine, really, really good card. We have Ariados, Flabebe, a Psychic Energy, and our final card of the set is a Frostlass. Really cool for the Greninja deck and a few other decks that really like to play it, but otherwise not an amazing pull to round off our last pack. Well, everybody, that's going to do it for the ETB opening for Twilight Masquerade. So these were our actually, like, big pulls, quote-unquote. The Screamtail's not really worth anything. Again, it's like the worst Screamtail I've printed so far. At least the supportive singing one can do something. But the Secret Box, not one of the best ace specs you could play, admittedly, though it probably does have a home index that really want to discard stuff other than Lugia. And then the Perrin is definitely the highlight. It's like about $13, which I think is pretty cool, even if it's not a card that I wanted to play. It would have been awesome if it was the special illustration. But yeah, again, so not like super amazing, not like the worst box, though. I mean, it's better than my build and battle pulls. I pulled literally nothing. But I do have another ETB that I will be opening tonight, probably at my local store, so hopefully that is better. Didn't pull anything I really wanted or needed, but this is pretty neat nonetheless, and I still think that this set just has so many really, really awesome things to play. Even rogue decks, like I mentioned, like that Scolipede deck is really, really cool. But with that being said, once again, that's gonna do it for the video. If you liked it, please sure to leave a like, as it helps put this video and the channel into the YouTube recommended. And if this content was more like it, like the rest of my Pokemon content, or just other TCG content in general, I'm starting to ease my way back into Yu-Gi-Oh! As well, then perhaps consider subscribing and turning on notifications, because it supports the channel more than anything else, and it's absolutely free. Plus, we're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Also, if you want to support me directly with getting some awesome TCG merchandise in the process, check out Tapio cards in the link down below. Use code Aurora5 for 5% off your purchase at checkout and support me financially if you want to get some awesome merch like deck boxes, mats, plushies, anything for any TCG. But once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Aurora, signing off.